Hey everybody, welcome back to Let's Play Dark Souls. So you'll recall, in the last episode I mentioned that we had a little bit more business to take care of in Lost Izalith, and that's exactly what we're gonna do. We are starting from the hidden bonfire that I showed off in the last video, probably the most important bonfire for Lost Izalith because it is the closest one to the boss, and we have a few kind of housekeeping things to take care of here before we leave. Now the next area we're going to is the Catacombs / Tomb of the Giants area. This area is kind of notorious for being extremely dark, so it's going to really help us if we can pick up a light source. You can obviously get a light source within the Tomb of the Giants, or within the very start of the Tomb of the Giants. But the light source that you get there is a lantern, which requires you to equip it in one of your... Oh god, get out of there. I always get stuck on that branch. You'd think I'd learn to stop, going that way. Yes, the lantern requires being equipped in one of your handed slots, so you either don't have a shield or you don't have a weapon. I would much prefer to get the sunlight maggot, which is a helmet, which is just kind of a passive light source. It doesn't look very cool. In fact, it looks kind of creepy, but it's nice that it's there because it does allow you to equip both a shield and a weapon and still get by fairly well in the Tomb of the Giants. So that's where we'll be going next. First, we got a lot of stuff to deal with. We've got a lot of these dragon butt characters. Hopefully I can take them out before they swarm me. Not the most effective fighting there. I was fighting through like 12 tree branches, but that's okay. Would have loved to have hit them before they started shooting fire in rotating directions. Okay, they're dead, and cost me one Estus. Oh well. I'll use that Estus in a second. I want to save my Estus because we do actually have kind of a big fight ahead of us. Not a boss fight, but you could definitely call it a mini-boss fight. Guy we've seen several times before. Alright, let's get these guys coming at me. I mean, maybe before I do Tomb of the Giants and the Catacombs, which will be like a 3-video set probably, I will do Painted World because we do have to go there at some point. Or also, I have to go to the Great Hollow. I haven't really done a lot in Darkroot Basin. I have done all of Darkroot Garden, I believe, but I haven't done all of Darkroot Basin. Worth noting, we can go over here, pick up this soul consumable item, but the ground is gonna fall apart beneath us like we're fighting the stray demon, and then we're gonna have a hell of a time getting our way back. Might as well go over here, kill this remaining dragon butts. So that area over there is basically like a mousetrap. Cut this guy open, and then we will open up a fairly difficult fight, actually. So we fought Titanite demons before. I don't think we fought the one in Anor Londo, but we fought the one beneath Andre of Astora's area. And they've always been fairly difficult. There's a number of them in the game. This one is the most difficult. You can also find them beneath Sen's Fortress. This one is the most difficult for a few reasons. I think it has the most health. I think it does the most damage. And also, it's in this like tight-ass little corridor here, which is really annoying. But he has the same patterns that Titanite demons always have. So, I'm hoping... Please don't jump. I'm hoping that we'll be able to take him out effectively. Oh, that hurt like a motherfucker. So as you can see, he does a lot of damage, and my fire orb does not do a lot of damage. But I'm pretty sure it's the best way to deal with him at this point. Oh, come on, stop. Did that hit you? Of course, the lightning bolts. Don't jump, that's all I ask. We've taken off like 5% of his health so far, maybe. Really got to make these great fire orbs count, because it means I have to do less melee. Oh man, out of fire orbs, okay. Speak of the devil. Thank God we still have great Chaos Fireball. I don't even think this guy's weak to fire, but it's my single most damaging attack, so I have to try. Alright, did some serious damage there. If I can hit him with all of these, the fight is going to be much more doable, let's put it that way. The previous ways that I've fought this guy include basically just spamming him with arrows from like 500 feet out. That does like 30 damage per arrow. Takes forever, I promise you that. Again, another reason why having the Dragon Slayer bow would be good. Alright, now we're going to have to actually get down and dirty with him. So what we're going to do here is just basically be smart. And try not to take as much damage as I normally do in these like high-octane thrill ride fights. Now, I could unequip my orange charred ring and equip like a Havel's ring or something, but that's not important right now. My equipment burden is pretty low. Just back up. Because my daddy taught me good. Oh, come on. This guy's such a pain in the ass to fight. And the sad thing is, like, one good block from me could actually get me swiped off the edge. I should have been hit there, to be 100% honest with you. Fight's going very well so far, though. Yeah, you better back the fuck up. Looks like his daddy taught him good, too. Let's just get super close to him. Can't believe I didn't take any damage there. It did stagger me, though, because I ran out of stamina. It's going pretty... Oh, that's not good. Probably should have been hit there. Okay. We'll just let him throw lightning bolts for a second. We'll regain our composure. Going very well so far. Remember, I can't block those lightning bolts, so I gotta be careful about that. I don't feel bad about essentially getting one hit on him each time. We're gonna definitely want to avoid that grab. Once we finish this guy up, we'll unlock kind of a new zone. Not really a new area, per se, but a place we haven't really been to. Oh, that's gonna hurt like a motherfucker. Okay, I got out of that. Lucky me. Let our stamina recharge. This has been a good fight against this Titanite demon. I usually have a serious problem with him, but again, one good swipe by him could knock me off the edge. Yeah, kick. That's exactly what I wanted to do in that situation. Let's let him throw lightning bolts again. I'll probably want to Estus up, just to be safe. He's going to continue backing up. Titanite demons do replenish health, so I would love to go back to the bonfire and replenish my my uses for the pyromancy, but sadly I don't have that option. Okay, I'm getting way too close to the edge here. There we go, thank you. I wish he could just jump off the edge. That would save me a lot of trouble. But also, worth noting, this is the only Titanite demon in the game that actually respawns. So if you want to farm Demon Titanite, this is your only option. Every other set where you can fight a Titanite demon, that's one-time use only. Which is nice, because you don't have to fight them 100 times, but it's a pain in the ass because Demon Titanite is one of the hardest materials in the game to find. And a lot of weapons in the game use it. Okay, there's the stamina recharge. He's so close to death. I could probably spam him to death with arrows right now, but I don't want to go through the trouble of taking out my bow and stuff. Okay, and he just keeps backing up. If I could just get one two-handed strike in, it's probably enough to kill him at this point. Okay, bow, back up. You don't want to get caught in that. Okay. There we go. Okay, very successful fight against the Titanite demon. We'll get our Demon Titanite. Make sure my computer doesn't go to sleep, and then we will make our way through this tunnel over here, where we will hopefully pick up a Sunlight Maggot. And actually, in order to increase my chances of that, I am going to pop a Twin Humanities, just to get my item discovery a little bit higher. It's not going to make it a lot higher, but I would rather, go through it with the Twin Humanities than not. Again, Twin Humanities not necessarily that valuable. Less valuable than 2 Humanities, let's put it that way, because you can use those 2 Humanities whenever you want. So we'll come through here. Oh, there is a bonfire in here. Oh, that's not a bonfire, that's what's Crystal Lizard. Get to it, cut it up, yes. Okay, these guys usually have great drops. Let's see what we get. Alright, 2 Twinkling Titanite and a Red Titanite chunk. That's like a 20,000 soul value. As you can see, we got a lot of these bugs in here. These are the bugs that are going to give us a Sunlight Maggot, if we could actually... Alright, and also, let's first see what we get here. We have Solaire, who has gone crazy. He's actually wearing the Sunlight Maggot right now. And he looks different without his iron helm on. So we're going to have to murder Solaire. This is a pretty sad moment the first time you play through the game. But the rest of the time you go through the game, it actually feels pretty good because you're getting this dope-ass set of armor. Hopefully he drops Sunlight Maggot, but I don't think that's possible, actually. So that's the end of the Solaire saga. Sadly, I do like that guy. He's a great character. 2 Humanity. Got some Sunlight armor, as well as his weapons and whatnot. Please be a Red Titanite chunk. That's pretty good too, but I would prefer a Sunlight Maggot, to be honest with you. Let's change our equipment. We've used the Gold Hem Black Hood here. Let's switch to our... Let's wear what Solaire would wear, in honor of him. What does he wear? Iron... Armor of the Sun, of course. Always reminds me of the Dayman song from It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. Iron leggings, there we go. And we can get rid of this. Let's put on our Havel's Ring. And for our shield, I love the Silver Knight shield. In our alternate spot, let's equip the Sun Shield, because it does look pretty cool. There we go. Now we are Solaire. Can't really see the shield there in good light, but that's alright. Oh, these bugs are trying to get out. Sucks to be you guys. Oh, man, 4 and 1. Didn't expect that. 1 item drop. Sunlight Maggot, fantastic. So you can see as we go here. Where are we going? There we go. This is actually a helmet that will provide us with light. You can't really notice it that much right now, but trust me when I say that it comes seriously in handy for the next area we're going to. Catacombs / Tomb of the Giants. We got more Chaos Maggots here. I believe that's their name, or Chaos Bugs. We'll see what they drop. Could drop some Titanite chunks, which would be fantastic for me. But otherwise, we're just going to cut them up. Nothing there. There's one more, isn't there? Was he down here? There he is. Again, really easy to take these guys out with a bow. I've been using my bow a lot less on this run than I have on other runs. Usually I use that religiously to basically pick off aggro one at a time from enemies. Which is really easy to draw them in. But I don't know. Things are going pretty well so far for us regardless. Is that another bug? What's going on down there? That thing just exploded. Oh well. Pretty much done all we need to do in this area. Yeah, that is definitely a path. You are right, message guy. And I believe this will drop us off basically in the Demon Ruins. Yeah, so remember, this is where we fought Demon Fire Sage, more or less. We're going to run through here, and there should be a path up. Dragon Butt's still following me? No, they've given up their aggro. Okay. Now, it's very much worth noting that there is a shortcut from the Daughters of Chaos Covenant. One second, I'm just trying to figure out where the nearest bonfire is. Down here, I believe. There is a shortcut from the Daughters of Chaos Covenant straight into Lost Izalith, so you can skip through Ceaseless Discharge and Demon Fire Sage. I don't think you can skip the Centipede Demon, because he gives you that lava drop. But it requires 30 humanity, which is kind of a steep cost for me at this point. We are going to warp back to Firelink Shrine. And then we might as well get started on the Catacombs here. I guess I have a... do I even want to do the Catacombs next is the question, really. I guess what I could do Catacombs, do Tomb of the Giants, and then clean up the rest of the story stuff before we go to the very end of the game. I could do some PvP as well. Anyway. Rest of the bonfires, so we set where we are. See if I can reinforce my Quelaag's Fury Sword. I don't know how much... 2 Demon Titanite. Okay, we can reinforce it one more. Might as well equip my Quelaag's Fury Sword again. Even though Lightning Uchi Katana, really useful for that area. I really enjoy using that weapon. And I guess what we will do... We have to create a divine weapon before we go to the Catacombs. So maybe I'll do that at the start of the next video. The start of the next video? That doesn't seem right. Let me see. I've given the Divine Ember because it comes from the Moonlight Butterfly. Do I have any weapons that I could use? Let's see. This is the problem with doing things like way later in the game compared to where you started them. If that makes any sense at all. I think +5 becomes a divine weapon. Do I have any? I don't even have anything close to a +5. You know what? Let's go visit Andre of Astora. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But I don't think I am. So we'll head back past Petrus here, who has lost his companions, but we will see them shortly. And what I'm trying to do here is basically get a divine weapon, because the divine weapon is going to make the Catacombs 100 times easier. It's not necessary to have a divine weapon to do the Catacombs, but the enemies in there usually respawn when you hit them, or sorry, when you kill them, quote-unquote kill them. So a divine weapon will keep them from respawning, which is, of course, of the utmost importance if you want to stay alive. But there are other ways to go about it as well. Divine weapon is going to make my life way, way easier, though. So we're going to take this path that we've taken 100 times before. Doing very well on souls right now. So basically what I'm thinking, do I need a Titanite chunk to upgrade to a divine weapon? Or just Titanite shards? Maybe green Titanite shards, which I actually may not have any of. We'll see. Let's go talk to Andre here. Again, if I have to do some farming off camera, so be it. We'll rest here to set our waypoint, essentially. I can always warp from there if I have to. And farm some green Titanite shards. Or I could buy them from the guy in Sen's Fortress, who's like 2 seconds away. Or the guy in Anor Londo. I can't remember which one sells them. Alright, Andre of Astora. First, we are going to reinforce our weapon. How many Titanite? We have 0 Titanite shards. First, we are going to actually purchase some Titanite shards. We need 9 of those. And actually, before I do anything else, let's repair our equipment. It's been a long time. Repair all of our shields, all of our armor. I've been using a lot of armor, so we might have to pay out through the ass here, but oh well. Fang War helmets. Funny to me how many pieces of armor I've used in like the past 5 or 6 videos. Okay, now we'll reinforce. What kind of weapon do we want to create for the Catacombs? Let's see. Great sword. I don't think I have the strength to wield, I should say. Rapier? Rapier could be cool. I've never used that before. What about the butcher knife? What's the required stats on that? 24 strength. Definitely do not have that. What about the Morning Star? That seems like an appropriate weapon. 11. I have enough strength to use the Morning Star. What about the Partisan? 13, I'm not sure. Halberd, 16, pretty sure I'm not there. Okay, let's go with the Morning Star. That could be cool. I've never used that weapon before. So we'll basically just pump this up until it's a +5. Which will require all of our Titanite shards. Then we'll see if he can make this into a divine weapon. Alright, Divine Morning Star took 1 green Titanite shard, and thankfully, that's all it took because that's all we have. So now we do have a Divine Morning Star, which we will equip when we go off to the Catacombs. Can I buy green Titanite shards from the dude in Sen's Fortress? You know what? Might as well check. It'll take us 2 seconds here, and it'll could potentially pay dividends. Let's put it that way. So let's. This is kind of a cool walk down memory lane for you guys as well. I hope. Otherwise, maybe it's just boring as sin. I feel a lot slower than I was when I was wearing the gold hemmed robes, but that's okay. Again, my tried and true method for getting through Sen's Fortress. We are just going to sprint as long as we can, and then we will get on the cage that will take us to the shortcut and hopefully not get knocked down. Although if we do get knocked down, we're just going to end up fighting a bunch of Titanite demons anyway, so it's not like it matters that much. Yeah, I need you to move so I can get in this cage. Alright, now we're just going to shield, because he does try to get in a cheap shot after you've already gotten in the cage. And now all that's left to do, really, is take one leap of faith, essentially, to try to get to that merchant. I really love the cage in Sen's Fortress, because it really points out how well designed the game is. I mean, you'd think that there'd be, like, loading screens or something in between it, but no, this is just, like, one continuous area. You can just get in that cage, ride it right up to the top. There's a really good jump. Hopefully we can have some green Titanite shards here. I can't remember if this guy sells them, but it's such a quick trip, might as well. Yes, fantastic. We'll buy... We don't need 11 of those. I think we can make do with just 9. Expensive.
Go along.
That's alright. Now, we will just make our way down to the Sen's Fortress bonfire. Even if you miss that jump, it's not that bad, because there's an item just below. It's a crossbow, sniper crossbow, I believe. It's not that useful. But at least it's a reward for falling, essentially. So come down to this bonfire. Rest up. Reinforce our Divine Morning Star. There we go. Might as well pop this up to as high as it'll go. I think we can get to Divine +5 with what we have so far. Yeah, I can't go any higher than that. Okay, cool. So let's just warp back to Firelink Shrine. So essentially, we've taken a weapon from uselessness, Morning Star +0, just straight through to a Divine Morning Star +5. This isn't going to be a weapon that's going to be particularly useful for, say, player versus player combat, but in an area where you really want to make sure that enemies don't respawn, this is going to be invaluable to us. Let's just check it out. See, Quelaag's Fury Sword does 78 physical damage, plus 220 fire damage, plus scales with humanity, of course. And what does our Morning Star do? 122 physical damage, 136 divine damage, I guess, is what you would describe that as. Well, we are going to go to the Catacombs in the next video, and I promise we'll do all those optional areas later before we go to the end of the game. Really want to show off the Painted World, really want to show off Great Hollow and Ash Lake, because those are just really aesthetically cool areas. And Valley of the Drakes will make me shit my pants, so we still got a lot to do, don't worry about that. As always, thank you guys for watching. I'll see you next time.